Welcome back. We had a video about essentially protection, right? And this woman made a post about, I think it happened to her, where her car broke down, overheated, and she was at the side of the road, and no one stopped to help her, and she wanted, to throw it out there to TikTok world, and see if this was sort of normal behavior. And I think most of us already know, right? And I want to give maybe a better voice for the men that said what they said in the comments.
Ladies, I made a post yesterday about if we were having car problems, or if a lady was having car problems at a service station, would a man be willing to help her? Some of the answers that I got, ladies, oh my goodness. I couldn't, I mean, it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect the answers that I got. I am going to have a live discussion on this tonight, guys, and I would love for you to come in and join me. Some of the answers that I got, I am just absolutely appalled.
So already, I'm pretty certain I know what type of answers that she got. That most men are going to say no. They're not going to stop, right? They're going to move about their own business. This shouldn't be really a surprise, right? And it often shocks me that it is when our media is flooded with how toxic masculinity is without purposely defining which aspects of it is toxic. Without with We vilify men and men's natural proclivities and instincts. We limit it to a narrow band of attractiveness. You can be a masculine male so long as you're attractive to whomever whomever's in front of you. Then those things are looked at chivalrous as incredible. But otherwise, it's seen as creepy. It's seen as as dangerous. Here's the truth, right? Protection is personal, right? Today, that's where it is. Protection is personal. Women are independent, can do the things for their own, and often tout it. More power to you. This. I don't even say this is even the flip side of it, the other side of the coin. This is just that sort of what naturally happens when you're independent. I don't know if women, when they say that they're independent, they're ready for men to wholly treat them as men, right? That's the equality aspect right there. Independent, you can do for your own. Okay, I will treat you just like I treat every other man, right? The same way I give that man a default amount of respect and autonomy. You can do for yourself whatever you want to do, whatever's important to you, you make it happen, right? You basically, you keep what you kill. That's it, right? And I look, and I, like most men going through stuff, you look, acknowledge, right, the situation, and they keep it moving. Men don't have an expectation that someone's going to stop and save them. If my car is overheated at the side of the road, if I can't solve it, I need to call for assistance. Me calling for assistance is the savior. Not that someone will stop and say, okay, I can do this for you. Oh, all you need is blah 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 blah, and I make your world softer. That's personal, right? That amount of protection is personal. That comes from being covered with whomever you're with. If you're with someone and you guys have an equitable relationship, then whatever way you make that work. Or you're talking about, like, men are not your fathers. When you have this thought process that a man is supposed to do this without fail, without blinking, without thinking, yeah, those are things your father did. You take the way your father treated you, and you expect that out there in the world. That's who you go and look for. Your father taught you how you're supposed to be treated by another man, right? You have to find another man that has the same alignment as your father. That is harder and harder to find this day and age. Especially, okay, if we look at the rhetoric again, right? And I think this is clever. This is clever. We'll on one hand say we don't know our fathers. Our fathers aren't at the house, all right? And we'll blame, especially black men, blame the black community for that, the lack of fatherhood. Then we'll simultaneously like say, well, my father treated me like this, or you're not a real man. A real man would do X, Y, and Z without knowing their father, right? Without having that primary example of what a man is supposed to do, how a man is supposed to protect, how a man is supposed to provide. So we're redefining the rules of the game. It's like every time you sit down to play, you play spades or you play Uno, and if you don't sit down in the very beginning of the game, when you're looking across the people you're playing with, and lay out disputable rules and say, this is what we're doing here today, right? Uno, we're stacking. Stacking, yes, 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 yes. Okay. We all know how we're going to play this game. If you can't find that in another person, you're going to sort of be left questioning what is obvious now. If you want that level of protection, you're going to actually need to find someone that is on that same level. Strangers are not obligated, strange men who have never talked to you day in their life, they're not obligated to help you. If they do, that's a blessing. That's all it is. There's no obligation in it. We are not like people are fond of saying, fond of accusing us. We are not the men like that were in the past. You're not women like you were in the past. That society is dead and gone. It is buried. Whatever. Time has done what it's done. In order to go back to that, there's no reset button. There's no there's no rewind. We have a different society. We have a different set of rules. We have a different set of values. So we have to start letting go. I want a man that did this, this, and this like they did before. We're not them. You're not them. We're not them. Give it up. It's time to find something new. If you want that protection that society once offered women, well, we need to create a society once again that values women in this sense. How do we do that? I think we start on an individual level. But if you think I'm off somewhere, let me know down in the comments.